duress early in games. It has just changed the tenor completely.
Oh,
Laureano's very frustrated.
Don't get thrown out. Come on.
He spikes his helmet, ends up at home plate.
Well, it's only the second out. Well, that's just no reason to do that. You just cannot get yourself thrown out.
I also wonder with the demonstrative reaction that we had from Laureano, if he thought that was the third out.
Yeah.
And now 2 are out because of the ejection with Laureano first and then Tony Mansolino. First time that we have seen the O skipper tossed by an umpire since taking the reins.
Well, still one more shot to get another run in.
Ray Montgomery was ejected from this game after back-to-back pitches were called strikes that were off the outside corner from Edwin Diaz to Luis Renifo. It looked like Renifo worked a walk to load the bases. Ray Montgomery extremely upset with the home plate umpire.
As well he should be. I mean, there's 2 of them there.
Well, somebody else just got ejected from the Angels side. And now it is Tim Laker who is barking heartily back at the umpire. And now Tim Laker comes out to the front of the top of the dugout. And he is irate with the home plate calling of Eric Backus. And again, rightfully so, Laz Diaz is the crew chief.
And Volpe is down looking. He didn't like that call.
You can see the frustration from Aaron Boone, not only with the strike zone, but the way his club is playing defensively.
And that's it. He's heard enough. Gonzalez let him talk a lot, and finally he had enough, so Aaron Boone gets thrown out. And now he's going to get his money's worth.
I think Matt Blake was a part of this too, pitching coach.
You think it was Blake thrown out?
I think it was Matt Blake.
And now Boone is thrown out. Now Gonzalez is going to hear it. Well, Gonzalez is giving as good as he's getting, but
slow grounder. There's a tag. Throw late. Ball gets away, but it stays in play. And that run from third was going to score anyway. So for now, it's 4 unassisted. And this is getting more animated, and this does not look good for the Nats. He's calling the runner at second safe.
Confirm. There was no tag. The runner is safe. Watson loses the tag.
And now Miguel Cairo wants to know, why did your guy call him out? Miguel is really upset because Eric Backus called the runner out at second, and he was the umpire right there. Now, had the Marlins challenged and then gotten the call, that's one thing, Denard. But they changed the call, forcing the Nats to challenge.
That's
what makes no sense.
Backwards. And I feel like I've seen Laz throw guys out for a lot less energy and emotion than that.
Yeah, he might have gotten the heave-ho already.
Oh, did he get? Oh, okay. I might have missed.
And if he does, this will be Cairo's 4th ejection.
Then tag. Then.
And it looks like Laz Diaz has just thrown somebody else out.
Yainer Diaz, the only leadoff hit in the first 2 games of this series, and another strikeout on an elevated fastball. This one a called third strike, and the dugout not happy with that call.
Joe's had enough. I think Snicker just got thrown.
Like 2 ejections there, 2 different motions by Shane Livensparger. One of them got the manager, I believe, and came down from third base, Mike Malinsky, and said to the home plate umpire, Shane Livensparger, I still see the manager in the dugout. Didn't you toss him? And he's like, yeah. So now Joe's going at it with the crew chief.
Yeah, let it eat. Go get him.
Mike Malinsky was a home plate umpire last night. All right, this is about as fired up as we've seen Joe all year.
There's one. That might be Joe coming out of the dugout. And then as Joe was coming towards him, he pointed to the dugout, and Troy.
Pitch to Duran. He is ripped into right field. That's a base hit. Might be 2. Duran is going to spin around first, head for second. Yastrzemski's throw is not in time, and he went through the bag, and he's out. I know it's in his DNA. We'll wait for the replay and the review. He is convinced that he got back in there. I think he did. I actually do think the fingertips touched the bag.
Yeah, I think he kind of slid his fingers along. Wow.
I was going to say it would be a really gutsy overturn. I understand how you got to have definitive evidence.
He's going to get tossed.
And he should. I think he probably said that is BS. And now look out. Good job by Kyle Hudson. And Duran is boiling over. Alex Cora. And you understand he's pointing to third base, he's pointing to first, he's pointing to the plate saying we've just not gotten any calls. I think When he points to home, he's talking about the blown call when Toro jumps over Bailey.
Yep.
And I can understand.
Now he's throwing Stroman out and Russell out. That's ridiculous. That is terrible. And Stroman's got to be calmed down. Marcus has got to go in the dugout.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a battery thrown out on the same play.
0-2. That's strike three. He punches him out. He got him again. Muncy didn't think so, but Martin puts him away with the bases loaded. And he's done. Manager has been thrown out. Roberts has been tossed. They leave them loaded. Martin comes on and does what he's been doing all season long.
And that's going to do it.
What Boone's upset about is that pitch has been called a strike.
So now he gets thrown out. Somebody just got thrown out, either Williams or Boone. I think Williams had something to say to Walsh on the way by. All right, so Boone's walking off, giving him a look. Finally says something. Walsh is waiting, and then he throws him out. So Devin Williams thrown out, Boone thrown out. Now Boone's going to get his money's worth. So Adrian Johnson, the crew chief, is trying to cool things off just a bit. Boone is red hot. I don't know who he's pointing to in left field.
Talking to Chad Fairchild. And they're having a discussion, and Fairchild very calmly tosses him out of the ball game. The only thing I can think about was it is a strike zone conversation, questioning the strike zone, possibly.
And that's an automatic ejection. Full down to third. Encarnacion steps on the bag, throw to first wide, and Lynn missed the tag. Well, they're gonna call it a double play, and now George Hendrick is talking with Joe West, and Madden is going to come in here, and Madden just asked Fold if he was tagged or not, and now Madden, I wouldn't be surprised if Madden doesn't stick around long enough to get ejected, and he's gone. That's not surprising at all, and now Joe will get his money's worth with Joe West here.
That glove may have got to the jersey of Sam Fuld, but watch the foot. Watch the left foot. There he is, and maybe, but who can say that? If Joe West says safe from right where he's standing, how in the world is any umpire, whether it be at home plate, out at second base, going to say defend?
And strike three. This will be the third ejection of this game. And I don't think that pitch was a strike.
No, I don't think it was either, and I think they need to keep B.J. Upton away from Fairchild so he doesn't cost them any more. He is riled up.
It's 3 times Fairchild has called him out on strikes on pitches tonight, and that one was not a strike.
Well, the last two, the one.
Gets drilled by the first pitch from Mojica. He's tossed out of the game. And that must be because of the Bill Hall slide into Hanley Ramirez Friday night. That would be drawing a conclusion.
That's interesting because we never heard anything out of the Marlins camp that they thought that was a dirty slide or, a cheap play. Even Hanley said no, it's just their hard baseball.
Sanchez hit by a pitch, and now Rodriguez has been tossed out of the game by Jim Joyce.
You can almost see that coming when he threw inside to Sanchez at the beginning of the at-bat. And Joyce kind of looked at him with a bit of a wary eye. And I think Jim Joyce is seeing a whole lot more than anybody else does in these instances.